Deal? What's the deal, viral gang? Y'all already know what it is. We back at y'all with another one. But before we get into the content, make sure you share, like, subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Keep us in the algorithm. Shout out all the supporters out there. Y'all been rocking with us, and you know we rocking with y'all. So we gonna be dropping more and more content, like I always say. But man, we really got to talk about this. This is something that's going really untalked about, under the radar, but it's really affecting the world in real time in a negative way. What was once a freedom of speech, free reign, funny, educational type of platform has turned into basically racial propaganda. And I'm talking about X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm never going to be referring to it as X, by the way. So
I still say Twitter to this day.
Yeah, this going to forever be Twitter, bro. Now, I jumped on Twitter back around when it first started. I think Twitter started around 2009 or something.
I jumped on like 2012.
I jumped on around like maybe 2009 before I really knew what it even was. I didn't know how to get followers or nothing. Like, I really didn't use it a lot back then because I'm like, man, I'm talking to myself. What the fuck? So to see what it has become today, all these years later, if I had the foresight, I would have put a lot more effort into becoming a real figure on there, because I was on there before a lot of people who have huge platforms now. And back then, celebrities were talking to regular people like it was nothing.
They was going at it. They was really going at it.
They was tweeting like regular people. Rihanna would be on there atting her fans back. Like, if you had a favorite artist, actor, actress, whatever, if you was on Twitter back then, you knew they was showing their real regular side. It wasn't all this mystique that they got going now, and they got people running their pages. It was a whole totally different platform. Then the emergence of Black Twitter hit, and boom, Twitter just exploded and became something totally different, where if you wanted to go viral, Black Twitter had to pick it up.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They had people too like Hunter Moore, Daddy Skinny. They had a lot of them figures back then that was doing wild shit. Just post Lil B, just posting crazy shit. And it changed into not only a hate platform, but a misinformation platform a lot of times too. Luckily, we got community notes now, but it's became so bad where people, which we kind of already had the foresight to see this, but it's played out crazy where, like, if somebody has a blue check or somebody that you always go to for information, if most people just deem that person as reliable, right, and they just post whatever, and niggas just believe it. So now we got the community notes where it's like these people are being debunked in real time, and people still believe in it.
Facts. And we all know Elon Musk bought the platform. He fired a bunch of people, made a bunch of changes, and in his words, he was supposed to be getting rid of the misinformation and really making it a freedom of speech type of platform. And the problem with that is it's only freedom of speech when you're being racist towards Black people. That's what it's literally have turned into. Grifting the Black race to go viral. That's all you see. If you try to grift, matter of fact, I'm gonna take that back. Not just Black people, Indian people, basically anybody but white people.
Anybody you can offend, yeah.
You can grift anybody but white people and Jewish people. Even though Jewish people are right, they like to separate themselves and say they Jewish. So you can't say nothing about the Jews, and you can't say anything racial about white people, but you can say anything under the sun about any other race. They literally have accounts that are bought and paid for by the opposition, whether that be extreme right, extreme left, whatever you want to call the organizations that they pledge to. They're literally on the payroll to cause division, to cause chaos, to cause hate, and to spread misinformation. Like, the misinformation is crazy. Like you said, thank God for community notes, but because you'll log on and within 3 posts, you'll see 3 different spins on the same fact. And everybody is saying it as if it's factual, but all the details are different. So if you just somebody who's not privy to the topic, you don't know what to believe. You're going to believe whoever you align with.
And it take a while for that community note to hit, right? Like, some people you might jump on at 11, think it's true, go talk about it at 12, and you come back on at 2. It's like, oh, no, that was a lie. So also the community notes aren't, coming fast enough to debunk things as well. It's funny to me, though, because when Elon Musk took over X or Twitter, he got on Jack Dorsey talking about Jack Dorsey was in collusion with the left and the FBI, and he was gonna take all of the censorship off and bring freedom of speech and make this a real platform. And he's really turned it into a hateful platform, and he's even brought the censorship back with giving or taking people certain people's checks away, and that's giving people or taking their ability away to make money, which is censorship. I don't care what nobody says. He puts it under the guise of, oh, we'll just make more viral content. I'm not shadowing y'all. Y'all just aren't viral enough. No, nigga, you're shadowing what you want to, and you're putting to the light what you want to. We know what it is because people like Jake Shields, Hotep, a bunch of other people have gotten demonetized on there and got their check taken away just because Elon said so, really, nothing else.
Yeah, I didn't like the ability to buy a blue check in a sense because it takes away what the blue check actually was. So now you have any old body who pays the $8 and now they just on there spewing bullshit. And when you see the blue check, like you stated earlier, people start to take that as fact because you had to be somebody important to have a blue check. Now you can be anybody. Not only do I not like that, I don't like how they're able to have all these fake burner accounts. So if you don't know, they have like whole farms where it's just bots and their whole job is to suck energy from people. Is to agitate you. So no matter what you say, these bots' jobs are to come say the opposite and to piss you off. And the reason that they do this is because they learn everything about you as a user. So they know what will make you tick. There was actually a clip that went viral of a guy that worked at the CIA, and he was being secretly recorded, and he was saying that, we can really put anybody we want in jail at any time. Like, how you doing that? Oh, you just give them a little nudge. We know what makes people tick because we're watching what you shop, the websites you shop on. We're watching the content that you consume with the cookies. We're watching every single thing you do online for your entire life that you're online. So we know you better than you know yourself. So we know what ads to push your way. We know what posts to push your way to get you to tick. And a lot of these people, we can get to snap and make them do things in real life just off of content, misinformation, or trolling. So this is a huge problem.
Not only that, I realized that a lot of the bots were created to give people a false sense of popularity and fame. And so that's the reason also why I think he switched over to, okay, you can buy a blue check. Because I bought a blue check, spent $10, had it, gained hella followers. And as soon as I was like, oh, this shit is whatever, nigga, 50, 60 followers dropped. So I think a lot of it is false. It's just like TikTok. You pay for promo and it's a whole bunch of random shit on there, random comments, random likes. You go to the page, you got 10 followers. They create these bots. And really what we're doing, not all of us, but some of us are paying Twitter for fake interaction, paying TikTok for fake interaction, Instagram for fake interaction.
Yep.
The shit ain't real. And they created a lot of the bots to give you that false sense of reality so that you put your hard-earned money into the media platform and it's really, you're not getting anything real in return.
Bro, they said about 85% of the comments and the accounts you interact with aren't even real. They're bots. So people on there having full-blown debates with bots. So it used to be whoever you was talking to was a real person. You seen their real picture. Now they got an egg or they got some weird anime shit. You go, they following 10 people. Nobody following them. The count just started 2 days ago. And they have unlimited bots. But the reason I was bringing this up because what's up with you, Elon? Why is it that on your platform, and I know you see this because people tag you all the time. Why is it on your platform people are able to freely disrespect black people racially, saying the most vile, disgusting things, and it doesn't get flagged? The second anybody says anything about white people, it gets flagged as hate speech.
Yeah, even when you talk about Jewish people, right? The community note come quick. We just had the looting situation with the black dudes who they said was looting. That shit took a while. That shit took it, and every platform ran with that on Twitter that those black dudes was looting, and it took a while for that community note to come. Whereas you say something about Jewish people, blue check gone, and now you have no chance to make money, profile out of here. So you definitely do see where his interest lies and what he thinks is worth being censored and what's not. It shows you that whose back pocket he's in, which is obviously them guys. So
it gotta be because his defense was, even though, the racial thing is hate speech, By me censoring it, it's me going against what I believe in, which is free speech. Okay, cool. If you're going to leave it that way for everybody. You only letting the hate spew one way. And these are accounts who are paid, like I said, to do this, where all they do is pick the worst of the worst from the black community and display that. And the second you try to do the opposite, the post getting flagged, engagements going down, you're losing the blue check, count the deleted, or you get suspended all of a sudden. It's all this weird shit going on when anybody else tries to speak against that opposition. But speaking down on black people, it's now, not even just now, it's been, but it's more of a market to get revenue than it's ever been. You have failed red pill podcasters, failed political figures, like people who failed in other content that's not popular anymore. They now grift to the black hatred.
Yeah.
Like if you're black and you get on Twitter, you're damn near gonna be guaranteed to be enraged because all it's gonna be is a bunch of profiles that you don't even follow. Mind you, they're feeding this to your timeline because I don't even follow 90% of these accounts and it's still popping up on my fucking timeline of just black hate all fucking day. Like literally all day. I know I said it before on here. I say it time and time again. It's like we live rent free in their heads because that's all that they do is to cause division.
And I'm starting to see more black people actually join forces with these motherfuckers and start to spew the same rhetoric, the same verbiage. It's almost like they're being brainwashed by the bots and by the followers, seeing that, oh yeah, that is free speech. Yeah, I agree with some of this shit too. When in reality, they're trying to convince you that we're being sensitive about something that it makes no sense. These niggas is literally coming on here and saying the craziest shit that they would never say in real life to somebody's face and getting away with it and making money on it. Because these profiles like Ian Chong and the white girl who came out that was popping a little while ago, they still verified. They still making bread. They still are able to move around and make the money and say whatever they want to say as long as it is directed towards black people.
No, that's a super fact. And a lot of these Myron Gaines ass niggas, they just doing this for the bread. They don't necessarily really even believe in this shit. Like I said, it's now a business to grift black people racially. So that's all he does. He went from yelling at drunk 304s on the podcast, that failed. It looked like Fresh is doing his own thing because he wasn't trying to go down, oh, let's take down the Jews lane, because that's one of the lanes he tried to jump in. That shit not working. You seen Jake Shields get his shit shut down. So it's looking like everybody who was in that lane getting shut down, but what's not getting shut down, you can say anything about black people. We're going to promote that. We're going to make that go extra viral. And even to the post that you said about, you know, the black families who are helping people actually move.
Yeah.
And get a lot of their things to safety during the fire, and they tried to say, oh, they was looting, and that went viral. It's still going viral that they were looting. Even though there's community notes, like you said, it'll take a while for it to hit, but they allow it to go viral every fucking day. Millions and millions of retweets, thousands and thousands of retweets and favorites before they attach that community note. It's people in the comments literally having to say, hey, man, this been debunked, but yet they're still allowing that to go viral, knowing it's false information.
Yeah, a lot of people too, you know, a lot of profiles picked it up. And it's almost like people know that it's going to go viral, so they're posting it anyway, regardless of if it's fake or not, because they know people are going to have an emotional reaction to it and it's going to get clicks and views. So that's why they keep doing it as well. A lot of those profiles is fake, though, that are posting it that got 100,000 followers or whatever the case is. The algorithm pushes those things onto our For You page without us even, you feel me, wanting it to be there. Because some people will shoot back and be like, well, no, that's just your page. That's what you watch.
Bro.
No, that's not the case. They putting that shit on there purposely.
So we talking about how Twitter is basically turned into a black hate platform. And mind you, I love Twitter. To me, I still do love Twitter, regardless of all the fact, because I'm in control of my emotions. I don't allow these accounts to control my emotions. And I know they got the bots. Like, I know what the system is. So it doesn't bother me as much as it might bother someone who does not know what's going on. But Twitter is one of the only places you can get real news in real time, or you used to, before the misinformation. So mainstream legacy media is dead. If you get your news from mainstream legacy media, Fox, CNN, NBC, you're a fool, you're being brainwashed. All they do is lie. It's legal to lie on the news. They actually went to court. Someone tried to sue their ass and the news won, and they said you can lie on the news. Ever since I found that out when I was a kid, I never believed the news ever again. Yeah. So I don't get none of my news from the news. The only thing you can get from the news is to focus on what they want you to focus on, so you can look over here and go, okay, this is what they don't want me to focus on. But Twitter was one place you could get the real, raw, uncut, boots on the ground from real people like you and me. Go ahead, bro.
I'm going to say I agree. And I think, I'm not going to say just Twitter. I think TikTok, they trying to get rid of that shit. TikTok give you a lot of real game, a lot of real information. Twitter do the same thing. But I expect everybody to, it's this what it been, cause it been a war against us as black people. They always been hating on us. They gonna find a way to push the narrative, push the agendas, and do what they gotta do to make us look a certain way. Like we talk about painting certain pictures. That's why they show certain shit. You can have a statistic about crime, but they're only gonna highlight the crime of black people. And white crime could be exactly equivalent, but we never will see it. You know what I'm saying? At least the people won't see it. And I've been giving up on the news. Nigga, I gave up on the news when I was a kid, when I knew shit that happened in the hood, and they reported on the news, and it was nothing about what happened, what we knew happened. Mm-hmm. So I been knew that they tell them. And that's why they sit there in the ear with shit in their ear, and they sitting there telling them. Because if not, you would pull up and assess the scene and know what the fuck went on. Because if you wasn't there, you wouldn't know what really went on. So this is how I been knew the news was bullshit. I always call it fake news. I call it bad news. Nothing on the news is good. They never tell you nothing good. And then when they show you something good, they show you a bitch ass puppy of a low ass dog or something, and then make you think like the news is something. So all that shit is bullshit.
That's facts. That's
Twitter. Twitter's so big now that, you know, Stephen A. Smith, a bunch of niggas getting sent-tailed, all type of shit. Like where we have these fake platforms, and Twitter's so big that people on these actual news platforms on national TV are even buying into the bots, into the fake shit, and then going reporting on it because they don't have the community notes or things to back it up.
And where it's getting dangerous is AI is a thing now. So they making full-blown movies of things that's not true, but to the naked eye, it looks real.
Yeah.
AI, not to cut you, my bad, not to cut you off. AI is so motherfucking crazy. I don't like how they could take people's voices and put it on shit. Like, you can make a whole, like you said, a whole movie, a whole thing like this dude said it. They taking people from The Godfather using Cub voice. If you just don't know the difference, but people that's relevant now, they're using their voices, and you're thinking that they're speaking this shit, or you thinking that they're doing this. AI got too crazy. Like, that shit is wild.
It did.
One of the dudes that was a part of creating the AI, I don't know if y'all seen that, he resigned and said it's too dangerous. That's another topic we're going to have to get on. I'm going to have to give y'all that. But he's basically saying, I can't fuck with this shit. It's getting too out of control. And like we told y'all, from iRobot to all this shit to the Matrix to They Live, everything we telling y'all need to tap in on, you need to be a fucking aware. And if you ain't aware, then you're just going to have a problem. And it is what it is.
And if you're marked like an Andrew Tate or a Reza Islam or somebody like that, where you're deemed an enemy of social media and they need to shut you down because you're too influential, this is where it gets dangerous. I just seen a chat room where Andrew Tate was arguing against one of the bots that was using his voice with his face. So people were thinking that was really Andrew Tate. He had to come from his page, and they going back and forth. The shit was crazy.
Remember, they gave him during his whole little case, they AI'd his voice. He had a whole phone call AI. They broke that shit out just for him. Really?
Just for him, exactly. So the shit is getting spooky, and not only that, they're whitewashing Black history on Twitter every day. Every day I see, scientists found the new oldest fossils in some European, and they got them dressed up like an old Egyptian pharaoh. Like, bro, really? Y'all can't sit in the sun for 5 fucking minutes without your skin bubbling up. You think y'all was building pyramids in Egypt? Yeah, like, cut it the fuck out, bro. Go over there and go in the pyramids. Nigga, I've been there. I've been inside. They're black on the walls, nigga. There's no sunlight ever been inside, so all the art has the original colors. They don't allow light in there except for the way that they've designed it to be lit up. And they're black, bro. Look on the wall, they're dark as me. Guaranteed. Facts. I've been there myself. But yet they still push this misinformation out there.
And I want to shout out, because I do be seeing white people, even other races, not just white people, because I always go to that. Even other races that do give us our props, that do salute us, and that do push for us in the sense like we got black people fucked up in a sense. So shout out to them, but majority of the people don't want it to be that. And I always tell people the same thing because they don't want you to know your own greatness. They don't want you to know the truth and the power within yourself. Everything is from within, all this shit. But like bro just said, and with even like you just said, but even come to that, it's no reason that y'all could think why we can create every single color baby. Nigga could be as black as me and put my sperm into something, and I can get something as yellow as Kylie. I can get something white with blue eyes. You could be black with green eyes. You could do a lot of different shit when it comes to our DNA. They want our DNA. This is why they was doing things, asking people to donate your DNA or give you your melanin, because they're trying to tweak something to figure it out, because the world is shifted and they're getting to a point where they might be extinct, but they're trying to extinct us in the process while saving themselves.
They use melanin in microchips that power your computers and your processors.
It's serious.
Like they use melanin for everything. So I don't know what's up with Elon and allowing this hate towards the black race. He gonna have to answer to this shit.
I mean, you know what it is. It's like a lot of white guys. They just, that's how they feel about black people. It's the rhetoric they grew up on. They watch the stereotypes. That's what they believe in. And now that he has the platform, he gonna let that shit fly, because more than likely when he go home or when he drive on the street, man, he's fucking black people.
If that's how you feel, let it be known.
But even if he don't feel that way, in order for him to attain and keep the power that he has, what does he have to do? It's like I never have to voice my opinion about it. We don't expect him to stand. He's not black. I shouldn't expect him to stand for us. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to move with his actions and choose to do what he chooses to do because he knows the power that be behind or around him. He's probably around all these motherfuckers. So it's like the moment he voices his opinion, you know it's over. What cuz say? When you tell the truth, they gonna come and kill you. If Elon get to doing that, he's done. He's cooked. They're gonna bring up all type of shit on him. Y'all seen what he was just doing though? He was bringing the fucking
Cyber trucks.
Oh, insane crib.
To the
bringing the cyber trucks, acting like they helping, doing all that. Like
that was more free promo for the cyber trucks.
That's what he be doing.
100 cyber trucks to the fire. You know this gonna go viral.
That was
free promo, nigga.
That was free promo. But y'all seen what was going on with? Not to get off topic. But with them houses, the dude, he had a front house, he had a back house. And they was trying to put the electric stuff on the side of his...
The smart meter.
Exactly, the smart meter. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's another topic
They were trying to put the smart meters on his house. He said, this is too close because I know these smart meters, you can't see it, but the frequencies can fuck up my body, fuck up my kid's body. So he left a smart meter in the back house. The fire burnt up the back house and didn't touch the front. Y'all got to look into that. Hopefully we can upload that video for y'all. But the smart meters, when the fire came, it destroyed where the smart meters was at, because that radiates a lot of different things. The electricity, the frequencies, radiates the heats, and it burned a lot of shit up. So that is another thing in itself.
No, that's a fact. They were still showing that all the houses that didn't burn didn't have smart meters. So that's another rabbit hole we can dive down. But to wrap up this topic about Twitter, Elon, if you don't feel this way about the black race, you gotta make this shit even across the board. If saying racial things is free speech, make that shit free for every race.
Yeah, let us say what we want to say.
Let us say what we want to say, because you're protecting certain groups. We all know what these groups are. You're protecting the Jewish. You can't say nothing about them. They own the media. So I ain't even mad at them. They using their power like they're supposed to do. But we can't say nothing about white people either. But they could say the N-word with the hard ER. They could put up racist memes of us getting hung and set on fire and all type of shit. And it's just cool. And all you got to do is look at all the people that he hired. There's no niggas over there working at Twitter at all. It's not one. The picture looked crazy when they put that shit up there. So black people, y'all know how they feel about us. We made Twitter what it is. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If black Twitter didn't become a thing, shit don't go viral until black Twitter hit it. Notice, whatever goes viral on Twitter is connected to black people in some way. Either black Twitter made it popular, a black celebrity made it popular, or their hate for black people made it go viral. It made it popular. So the common denominator is black people. So how do you have all this fucking hate for someone who keeps your platform afloat, literally?
This is why they
the
hate
viral
us.
way.
But at the end of the day, black people, African people, whatever you want to call yourself, we have to find a way to generate income from this. We set the trends. We do everything. everything we take over and they know this. We have to find a way to make that money circle through us. I don't give a fuck if you from wherever you from. We got to figure out a way to generate this bread and take control of shit because we could have been running this shit and they know this, but we don't know this. And if y'all don't understand, we don't need people. We don't need these motherfuckers to invest in us. We don't need a lot of them to do this. Y'all going viral already. There's plenty of black people going viral off of nothing. This is why they want to get rid of TikTok, Twitter, and certain things because now you have a voice from your motherfucking car. Just imagine if Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and them could have been somewhere shackled up and just spitting their speeches without having to get a point where they present themselves to get man down. They don't want 1 million of those. And mark my words, we can take this shit over. But niggas just got to be ready for whatever when it come with that.
The viral way. Bang. Share, like, subscribe, man.